Hey friends, what's going on? This is Andy back here at the Daily Funk Club with another episode, another little demo lesson video for you all. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining the club and being a part of this all. I'm really having a great time and I hope you are too. Today I want to show you and tell you a little bit about this instrument right here, which is an MTD Saratoga Deluxe. It's the deluxe version of the Saratoga model. And like a lot of the Kingston series instruments, the best thing about this is the design elements that legendary builder Michael Tobias has transferred onto these affordable imported versions of his instruments. Like, for example, it has the asymmetrical neck, which means it has more mass on the behind the low strings than it does on the high strings. So it's really comfortable in your hand, and it has the Buzz Featon tuning system with the zero fret, and it just makes for like a really kind of in tune sounding bass. It sounds strange because basses are usually in tune, but you just really notice it. It's just like really can be fine tuned, the bridge and the intonation and everything like that, and you just notice it. You definitely notice it. And it also enables you, I don't run low action, but when I first got these instruments from the distributor, Dana B. Goods, they had pretty low action on them, and it enables you to run with really, really low action if that's your thing. I, of course, cranked it way up and raised it way up because I have gorilla hands and I don't like low action because I just mash the strings onto the fingerboard and it sounds like crap. But it's good to know that the instrument can be set up with low action and can be just like a super fast speed racer kind of a bass. All right, so in terms of the specs, the body is made of basswood, I don't know how you pronounce it, but and then it has this really pretty flame maple veneer over the top of it. Okay, so the appearance in the black transparent finish with the high polish gloss over the top of it. And then this is the deluxe version, and it has the active electronics, which are very versatile. It has a 3-band EQ, bass, middle, and treble. It has blend control, active passive switch, and then a passive tone circuit, so that when you're in passive mode, you have a tone control. And that's just good thinking. That's just kind of what needs to happen these days. More people need to be doing that because that's cool. Because, a lot of times I like to play it in passive mode. All the EQ and everything starts to sound a little too hi-fi for me. It's not to say it's not good. It just means for me, it gets a little out of my realm of taste in a lot of cases. I like to keep the EQ kind of flat and use my hands and stuff. But having that passive tone control, that's a cool feature. It's a very cool feature. And these instruments are affordable. These are, I think they're under $1,000. Okay, so these days an instrument that's under $1,000 that has clean, quiet, versatile, active electronics that aren't all noisy and janky, and cool features like I was talking about, like the asymmetrical neck and the zero fret, and a pretty, veneered top and things like that. You're doing well. It's a good value. You know what I'm saying? It's a good value. So let's learn something, huh? Let's hear what this bass sounds like, and in the process we'll learn something. That segment that I was playing at the beginning is from one of my tunes, and I'm going to teach it to you because it's a cool way to start incorporating some harmonics into your playing and creating like little musical excerpts or little musical mini compositions that involve using beautiful harmonics. Okay, so really what it is it sounds harder than it is. A lot of things in music sound harder than they are. So really what it is it's just I've got a G in the bass, and then I'm playing harmonics over the 5th fret. A little bit hard to see on this instrument because it doesn't have inlays, but that's the 5th fret. So I'm playing the harmonics over the D, the G, and the C, and I'm holding a G note, the 3rd fret of the E string in the bass. And then with the right hand, I'm plucking with the thumb, and then again with the thumb, and then with the first, and then with the second finger. And that's kind of like the picking pattern for this whole series of maneuvers. Okay, so you're just doing that with the 3 fingers on the right hand, and then you're holding the G. Okay, so the next maneuver is you just go up to your first finger on the B natural of the E string, which is the 7th fret, and then the same harmonics. Okay? All right? Now the next maneuver is I slide up to the 2nd finger on C natural, which is the 8th fret of the E string, and then I play the harmonics over the E, the A, and the D. Okay. All right. Now my next maneuver is down to an A in the bass. It's called like a figured bass line. And then I've got the A's sliding down, or the bass note is sliding down to an A natural, which is the 5th fret of the E string. And then the same harmonics again over the E, the A, and the D. So far, the whole thing goes like this. Okay? Now you can repeat that for as many times as you want. You know, there's no rules or regulations to playing bass. Just do whatever you feel like. But every once in a while, what I do is I come down to a B flat on the way down, and I do this little turnaround thing. So I'll be going. And what that's created with a B flat in the bass, and then the harmonics over the D, the G, and the C. And then I do a little turnaround lick that gets me back there. And the pitches of this are B flat, D, and E. So the pitches are B flat, D, E, B flat again, to an A natural, to a B natural, and to a G. And that's a pull off. It's actually a hammer on and a pull off. And that could be done with a hammer on as well, from the A to the B. So in context, it sounds like this. Oops. And the last time. Get it? What I might do, and what I often do, if you want to get a little more adventurous, is I'll do artificial harmonics. I'll pluck them out over here. And what I'm doing there is I'm putting my thumb in front, and I'm finding the sweet spot. Over the pickup, there's going to be several different sweet spots here. I'm using this back finger to pluck in the front, putting the thumb in front of it. Lots of different players have done this in lots of different ways over the years. Billy Sheehan, among many, 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 many others. So you could do that if you want to be adventurous. On that little turnaround, you can use that kind of a technique. So cool, right on. There's just a fun little way to start experimenting around using harmonics and creating like a figured bass line that moves around underneath it. You could take that and just go wild with it. Do your own thing with it. There's a bazillion different, combinations, obviously. But that's a real basic way to just kind of get started going for it and having some fun with it. And if you're looking around for an instrument that's affordable and has a lot of great features and a lot of quality, good quality material for the price point that's within that realm of that imported price point, I strongly encourage you to check out the MTD Kingston basses. They're great. I like this one a lot. I enjoy playing it, and it sounds good. I've just been doing the harmonics and stuff. Here, I'll just put it. It sounds pretty darn good with all my techniques, and I didn't touch the EQ at all through all of that. I kind of tend to leave it in one place, get a good sound, leave it in one place, and that to me, that's like what determines if it's a kick-ass bass or not. I don't like fiddling around with the knobs constantly. In fact, that drives me bananas when I'm at a show and I see the bass players up there constantly breaking the groove to make little minor adjustments to their instrument. I'm like, dude, stop that. Just play the groove and just leave it alone. But anyways, that's a topic maybe for another lesson. But thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I encourage you to check these out. These MTD Kingston series instruments are cool. And I'll tell you right before we go, I want to tell you that I'm playing through the Acme Sound Low B 212 cabinets in this video, and I love these things. They're amazing. They have a very unusual and unique design because one of the 12s faces forward, you can see it, and the other one faces backwards. It's shooting out the back of the cabinet. Well, when you use it in a room that has a wall in the back of the room, it makes the bass go everywhere. It's like omnipresent, killer, super tight low end. They're rated for a really high power rating of somewhere between 1600 and 2000 watts per cabinet. Okay, so they're power heaters. They want a big amp. And the head that I'm playing through them is the Warwick LWA 1000 Class D lightweight head, which is a pretty nice match for this kind of context, just doing videos and stuff like that. But if I was going to use those cabinets out on a big gig, on a big stage, I would probably bring out my QSC RMX 2400, and it would be massive. All right, so check those guys out. Check out Acme Sound Low B's website and talk to Andy Lewis, the owner of the company. He's really cool. But they're built right here in Colorado, by the way, so, go Colorado. All right, friends, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for tuning in, and, keep coming back. All right, y'all. Peace.